What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. Berserk Manga Chapter 14. I addressed this in a monster video, but I had a lot of you hitting me up because I know you kind of enjoy the manga live reads. I did, in fact, see the Hunter x Hunter news and the, everybody's panicking as far as it's coming back. I don't know how I feel about it because this is the first time I've been involved in manga news, specifically Hunter x Hunter. I don't know how it's been over the years. I don't know when we finished it. What was that, like 2019? Something like that. So it's been going on 2 years maybe since I finished it, maybe a year. So I don't know how the manga news for Hunter x Hunter has gone over the last, 2, 5, 10, whatever. So I don't know if there's been rumblings like this in the past. So this is the first kind of news I've been a part of, specifically with the Hunter x Hunter, hiatus. Is it not? Will it ever? So I saw it, I saw the tweet. It was trending on Twitter, going crazy. Everybody was blowing me up, commenting on my old Hunter x Hunter videos. All I'm going to say is I'll believe it when I see it. I'm not going to build my hopes up because we didn't get any dates. We just kind of got chapter numbers and how many. Might be an entire volume. I've heard this, that, and this, so I would rather just out of the blue, see chapters dropped when they're ready to go, instead of, teasing us with something, because that tease could be out next month, it could be out next year, I could be 50 years old, it's just this, we have trust issues with the Hunter x Hunter, so we'll see what happens with that. Of course, if and when it drops, we'll have it on the channel. Coming back into the Berserk news, I stockpiled those 2 chapters up last week, so it's been like a full week since I've sat down and looked at it. I just refreshed and went through y'all's comments. I would pretty much say the highlight of last chapter in the discussions was kind of Griffith's comment on he wants Guts, and what are we implying there? I know Guts kind of made it seem like, oh, are you gay? Are you into men? Like, what is this? You want me for something? Hinting to it in a sexual way. And you guys kind of hinted at it, and I guess made that thought process myself of like, we don't know what that means specifically, at least me at this point as a viewer, but I think he just wants Guts as like a being. I think I had someone say he wants him like physically, emotionally, spiritually, just like he wants to own him like property. But then my question is like, what does that mean? Does Griffith have an infatuation with people? Is it just Guts specifically? Has he felt like this before? I get like very like Orochimaru vibes, like I have to have that. But if he comes across and finds something different, I have to have that. I have to have Kimimaru. I have to have Itachi. I have to have Sasuke. Like, when the next best thing comes around, does Griffith just toss things to this? Like, did he want Casca at some point? And what does it mean to have? You stay by his side for his whole life? Do you fight with him? Do you make love with him? Are you just his friend? Like, what does it mean, I want you? Like, what does that mean for the other person? You just want them experiencing life with you? You want to own them like slave, and they just do whatever? I don't know. It's a very broad question, and I feel like reading it at first and kind of Guts' reaction is like, oh, does he want him sexually? But I think it's like a whole nother level than that. So again, I don't know why Griffith wants those things. Is that a reason? It really goes to the demon factor because he wants so much that maybe he feels like he can't live long enough in a human body to get it. So I don't know. We'll see. We've been tiptoeing around long enough for 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and get into it. This will go up Monday afternoon, and of course there'll be another one up Friday. I'm trying to get them out as quick as we can. Let's keep it up. We left off with Guts getting his ass beat again, but he caught Griffith's blade in his mouth. So we'll see how it goes. Oh yeah, Griffith like elevated. He's balancing like Peter Pan on Guts' sword as he has the blade in his mouth. So we'll see. And we're getting the elf ear look there. So it looks... Oh, they're freaking out. So I think he just tipped it. So Griffith is falling. Because again, everybody here is a normal human, at least at this point. So Griffith shouldn't be able to like force push himself back up off the ground. He's just going to straight up fall. He has no footing unless he catches himself with his arm. Completely stumbles. Oh, and he still has the blade in his mouth. Damn. They're freaking out. Casca is, at least. Oh, wow. He actually disarmed him. He did it. The blade is fully in Guts' mouth. There's no blade in Griffith's arms here, and there's no blade in Griffith's arm here. But Guts also doesn't have a sword in his hands. Now, again, Griffith has at least been shown to be better, at least with sword play, than... Griffith has been shown to be better than Guts. Now, if we just, like, remove the swords and they start boxing it up, I don't know what that would come down. I feel like Griffith, like, very finesse, just very skilled. But I feel like Guts has that level of, like, I'll damage myself to go through you. Like, the normal person, when I stab, they'll just stop. Guts will let you stab him, pull the blade all the way in on some, like, Lord of the Rings shit, just so he can get closer to you to slice your head off, type thing. And most people won't do that, nor will the attacker suspect that at all. That's just straight crazy, berserk type shit. Oh, wow, he gets him on the ground. Is he actually going to hit him? Holy shit, we actually hit him. He's been slicing and dicing our asses up. Everyone's come up to get him. We actually inflicted pain on him. Hits the ground, eats one to the face. It's gotta feel good at least. Oh my god. You see how he's kind of just like curling up here? There seems to be like no fight back. I feel like Griffith does not want this problem. He does not want to be just like straight ground and pound. He needs distance, he needs blades, he needs finesse, he needs move, he needs all that. No way, wait, don't tell me Griffith's the one losing. You fool, it's strategy. Okay, now you're... Yeah. Yeah, but I've never seen Griffith like that, falling on the ground. What the hell? This is like comedic relief face, I'm guessing. How's your own blood taste? I bet that's the first time that pretty face has ever been hit. Yeah, it gives me like Legolas vibes. Like, Griffith is so finesse with it that like he's never actually seen himself bleed, or anyone's been even made him to bleed. He's been like that much of a prodigy, and no one's really been able to, and then like everyone's too scared to even test that. So since he's never been hit, how does he respond to being hit? Like, is this fight going to continue, or are we just going to draw this out? Like, how much longer it's going to go on for? Oh my god, we're going again. It's over. Oh shit. Who's saying it's over? Is that like a in Griffith's head type thing? Oh, he does have a rock in his hand. Griffith's got a rock in his... Wait, is that Griffith with the rock in his hand? I can't tell. I think it is, only because the fist is being shown at us from this angle, and the person standing would be able to show the fist like that. I feel like if it was the other way, we wouldn't see it like that. What's it gonna do? Get some... Is it gonna be like some reverse brass knuckles thing? Like it's gonna hit that much harder? We'll see. Oh god. Guts might get his arm snapped right here. He keeps messing around. Oh god, he's gonna get that shoulder. Yep. Man just got fully jujitsu'd out of that. Dang, so they're just gonna keep going, I guess. And again, we've never seen Guts really throw hands as a kid, you know, so I don't even know if he's got that in him. Yeah, that did it. That was quite effective. But it's all over now. Will you concede defeat, or will I have to dislocate your shoulder? I don't know how crazy Guts at this age is, but I feel like grown Guts, like the current timeline Guts that we saw, you know, in the dimension fighting the God's hands and shit like that, you could have to snap his arm off to really get him to stop, and even then I don't think he would actually stop, you know? Choose, he says. Is he gonna Hulk out and just like bust out of this or no? Dang, now I think this is the first time. I think that shot and this shot is the first time we've seen kid Guts with that kind of, you know how they've been doing it. I kind of mentioned it. It's kind of like Hunter x Hunter, where they kind of make the ants look more human and the humans look more ants. I've noticed this as we've kind of gone along, that they've... This isn't meaning Guts is a demon at this time, but it's kind of demonizing him when you make their faces look like this. Did he get out of this, or do we straight up... Oof. I think we straight up dislocated it. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's our Griffith. Shut the hell up. Why is she all upset? We didn't know what was going to happen once you fell off the cliff. Moron, you think that would finish off Griffith? Wow, you really are tough. Eh, that's what you get. Come on, stand up. Was he going to pick him up, like, as actual courtesy, or... Oh, Griffith stopped him from picking Guts up. Or was he going to beat... Was he going to beat Guts' ass, like, after he's already been dotted up, or... I can't tell if this guy was, like, going to help or going to, like, rub it in his face. He really did lose. Oh, God. Here we go again. I don't know what "you belong to me, I want you" means. Like, I just own every facet of your being. I make your decisions. I tell you what to do. You believe what I believe. You do what I do. What's that mean? From now on, he's one of the Hawks. Wow, so we were that deep with Griffith, huh? I thought at the time it was going to be like classic, you know, anime type stuff where... Because we didn't know anything about Guts' backstory at the time when we got introduced to Griffith, but I didn't know if it was going to be like, oh, Griffith was the original demon that, you know, took Guts' loved ones away from him, and they fought before and Guts failed. And so him and Griffith have this, like, history of like, oh, he took from me, I owe him. No, they were just straight up childhood friends out here. I wonder how long it goes on for. And then you start asking yourself, well... Because we haven't seen the relationship build up long enough to know how Guts feels about Griffith as at this point in the story. And we don't know what current Griffith feels about Guts. Like, does he still want him? Is he infatuated by him? Is there still care for one another in there? I don't know. He's one of the Hawks. Casca's not gonna like that shit. He's never said that before. Griffith's never said anything like that. Now, I'm pretty sure I read these three down correct, then come over to the big one. He's never said that before. Not to anybody. I don't know. We get the gist of it. Griffith's never said anything like that. I want you. Not to anybody. Why is she upset? Maybe because she's in love with Griffith? Looks up to Griffith? Felt like maybe she wants that from Griffith? Probably. Was he second in command? I lost, he crushed me. It was pathetic, damn it. I mean, and at the end, because we've seen him really push that line already. Not everything's going to be won with him just being able to bulldoze in there and, you know, sacrifice pain in his body to, like, win. It almost did there, but even then it wasn't enough. That innocent grin, ear to ear like some little kid. But the bastard didn't even think twice about pulling my shoulder out of joint. He yanked it like it was a doll's arm. God damn it, what the hell is he? And he's gonna be up all night thinking about that shit. Oh god, they're out here plotting? Did your chief leader in command not just... Oh god. You really gonna kill him, Corcus? Don't chicken out now. There's 7 of us. We're doing this shit again. The last time Corcus tried some shit like that, didn't he get 3 of their guys killed? Didn't you all say you hated him too? He killed Dante. You killed Dante. By going after her. Yeah, but he's so friggin' powerful besides Griffith. Don't worry, if we're lucky, we'll just kill him in his sleep. Besides, he can't use a sword when he's busted up like that. If we ditch his body somewhere in the woods, even Griffith will think he ran off. These guys will be no problem at all. Oh wow, so he heard all that. He's coming for it. Okay. Go, Sam. Why me? Why is he always sending... I mean, and they listen to him. Like, Corcus gets them riled up, sends them in, and they listen. That's far enough. Oh wow, Casca. Even if he's wounded, he isn't someone you can beat. Get back to your tents now and I'll overlook this. I'll overlook this, she says. I'm gonna be surprised if Casca tries to kill, Guts. She's jealous as hell. Looks like his damn twin, honestly. Hey, get back here. Sorry about this. We'll just go. Casca, why'd you always take his side? You've got a grudge against him too, right? You had to act like a whore for him for 2 nights, or did something happen? Bro, we gotta get rid of Corcus. I feel like he serves no purpose as far as a fighter. Their Hawk Squad, or whatever it is, isn't gonna be stronger or weaker with Corcus. I feel like we honestly might be weaker because he looks like he talks people into their deaths. Say that again and I'll take it. All these kids don't really look like they're about shit. Besides Casca, but I feel like even she, like mercenary, like armies are hiring them. Are you getting any value out of them? I feel like if Griffith isn't going like 1v9, is this group really helping? Say that again and I'll take your head off. Don't get so riled up, it was a joke. And they run. So where's Casca now? I think I brought this up last chapter. Do you think she's dead? And what does she truly actually want? I feel like she kind of actually hates Guts. She wants that. We saw her storm off. They look like brother and sister. Tell me right now, this shot right here, if Guts slicked his hair down, or if Casca spiked her hair up, they'd look identical. That makes 2 IOU, so I'll say thanks for now. Don't get me wrong, I'm just following Griffith's orders. If I didn't, who'd bother with you? Okay, appreciate that. Go on and get yourself killed in battle. Appreciate it. Thanks. I don't know how he can even sleep in there, by the way. They might come back and do it again. Well, what can you do? What is this right here? Did he roll something up to make it look like he's sleeping in bed in case somebody comes in? Can't really tell. We're about to take a time skip forward, are we not? I mean, he's fully integrated in the group at this point, but I don't know if this is like is this the first battle he's joined them in? The enemy's main force is on top of that hill, about 2,000 strong. Our job lies behind the hill, setting fire to the enemy's rations and supplies. Because besides the battles that we've seen Guts and Griffith go through, I haven't seen Griffith in action. I want to see him, like, on the battlefield. You know, really put a dent in things. To that end, we'll take a roundabout route along the river and launch a sneak attack from behind them. Once the deed is done, ride back at full speed, cut through the center of the enemy camp and make directly for the castle gate. Is that Griffith giving these commands? Yeah, there's the armor. And I'm curious how he manifested that armor as a demon. Or maybe it is his human armor, then he just wears the helmet. Good. Through the enemy's center, huh? What's our support? There is none. I was told there's no might spare for a night strike on the enemy. The cowards, they didn't miss a beat. They've got that much confidence in Griffith. Right? Guts is over here thinking about, like, okay, we're going through the center. Like, it's confidence in Griffith, though, but I feel like even Griffith, not even is he just a man, like, he's just a boy. And the term boy and teenager is different in these times as far as, like, what they're brought up having to do. But he's still a human. And his squad seems to me not about shit. So, what do we look like we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 20 to 30 man squad. Even with Griffith, if they have to ride through the center of a, like he said, 2,000 strong, Griffith isn't spearheading through that. He might make it a decent ways, but these guys are getting plucked off. So what's Griffith gonna do? We'll see. I want to see Griffith in battlefield action. It's a rough job. You have to keep the enemy busy and protect the escape of your allies. Oh shit, I skipped a part. The rear guard will be Guts. You'll see to it. Oh, great. Great. It's a rough job. You have to keep the enemy busy and protect the escape of your allies. Yeah, so when they go around to burn the supplies, he's got to protect them while they do that and make sure the path is clear so when they come back. Appreciate it. Casca looks like she wanted that duty. All these dudes are like, what the hell? Is this the first? I guess this is, maybe. The first battle that they've been in since he's been a part of the group. It's a direct forest road, but you'll still have to keep perhaps several hundred horsemen at bay while fleeing. There's a high risk of death. Can you do it? Good question. It's an order, right? Oh wow, his gut's like fully submitting to the, like he owns me type thing. What's Griffith trying to do? Bet he's just testing him. Anyway, it's a shame. Won't he just run off? No. Oh, let me skip this shit again. I need some more Berserk tracks. You'll have to send me some so we get some longer ones. No, it's dangerous work, but also an important duty. He's not just doing this in order to test him. Griffiths trusts the loose? The loose? Louse? Loose? That's the end of him. I'm so tired of this group. I'm not gonna lie. We gotta trim some of the fat. Everybody not named Griffith, Guts, and Casca. I think we gotta trim some of them. Here they go. See how this shit goes. Like I said, I'm so ready, and I don't know if we dive into it, but I'm so ready to find, like, we have Guts' thing with the demons, like that's the story. What is going on in the world? Because mercenary groups are getting hired left and right. Like, are these two opposing, like, countries and nations and forces continuously going at it? Or are these different nations and wars? Like, what is happening? What is actually happening in the world right now? This is more like in the river than along it. Yep. Sure, good luck getting the horses across that. I'll bet the enemy doesn't think anyone would launch a sneak attack from a swift current like this. Also, this wind, it hides the sound of our movement. Well, hopefully the horses don't get washed away. If we're attacking from the rear, we'll be dropping fire on them from windward to boot. All this was taken into account. Yeah, because we really don't see the planning in all this. You know, it's usually whoever's leading the mercenary group says, like, alright, this is our task. But, like, who's scouting this? Who saw this path and decided, like, okay, this is what we're going to go for? Was that Griffith, or is that who's ever giving the orders to Griffith? Or is the group just hiring Griffith and he comes up with the strategy for whatever the group wants? I don't know. Why is he collecting... Oh, I thought that was one of our hawks collecting water and Guts just took one out. Oh, that's not even Guts. I think that's Casca. Yeah. Dagger right to the throat. He's dead. So cold. What a crummy night to be on sentry duty, I swear. Not even any forest levels up. Classic line. Like, you always see that in, like, war movies or, you know, old-timey, you know, Lord of the Rings type style stuff where they're like, oh, there's nothing ever going on in the night shift, and they fall asleep on it or some shit like that, and of course it's like the biggest night in history to be on guard duty, so he's not even going to be able to alert anybody of shit because his ass is going to die. Oh shit. Enemies, and they're going full force. Wait, was that? Because here's Casca's headpiece here. Who was that then? Then this is... Yeah, Casca's headpiece doesn't have the drape coming down the back of the neck. Guts's does. Now who the hell is this? Is that Guts? I thought that was Casca. I don't know who that is. That might just be somebody else. That might be the guy that has the long hair that we haven't really seen much of. Because this looks like Guts in the back, like pulling the horse, so that's not him. Griffith here. I don't know who the hell that is. That might be the kid, because wasn't there a kid like that kept polishing his blades or his knives or some shit? Maybe. There they go. Griffith in front. Oh yeah, Guts is in the rear, so that definitely wasn't Guts. Look at this dude. How'd I get this shitty job? Everybody on horseback. Torches. Got my swords and shit. I'm solo dolo charging. Oh no. Okay. I was about to say, how shitty is that? I think he's the enemy guy that was on the lookout. Okay, I was about to say. How did he pull that short end of the stick? We couldn't find one more horse. That's the guy that's on sentry duty. And here they go. What? Why is the enemy behind us? Enemy raid. Y'all better hurry up and sound some alarms. I mean, it's total. They're totally caught off guard. They're gonna lose. They might, if they have the numbers, they might be able to tighten up and close this gap in on them, but they're gonna lose a decent amount of people by the time they get word and a counter strategy and ready to move. Alright, they're supposed to be burning the supply lines. Gunpowder's on fire. And we're just taking heads off. Taking heads off. Disregard the enemy. Break through in one go. Alright, and they believe his ass, because I feel like it's almost like... I mean, it's like following any main character. I'm trying to think of an anime or a show or a movie where, like, the leader is such, like, on god level that it's almost like, as long as he's alive and pushing it, we can do anything type thing. Very kind of like Naruto, Goku vibes, like, as long as he's leading, we should be okay to just trust and go. It's a night raid attacking from behind. These double panel shots, you guys can't see the double panel because I have it edited to one panel, but I'm sure you've seen it or will see it. Are really well animated and done up here. They're still running through a troop of 2,000 though. I don't know how deep they're planning to make it. Well, they're supposed to just run the supply lines and get out. Ride, double file, now escape. Alright. They did what they came to do. Lit all that shit on fire, now they're out. Now we're going back through. Oh, hell, I think the chapter's going to end before we see that. Guts is supposed to be protecting the rear. General, it's disastrous. The provisions and powder magazines are burning. I can see that. Hurry and carry them out of here. But this strong wind carried the fire faster than we expected. If we aren't careful, a tailwind will spread it to the men's tents. Dispatch the cavalry. Oh shit, here we go. If we let a bunch of mercenaries do this to us and get away with it, the knights will be disgraced. Alright, we'll see how it goes. They're amazing. I've never seen a sneak attack that quick, that skillful. Maybe this is what the Hawks do. Because like I said, none of their group really looks about shit, besides Griffith and Casca. But maybe they're not like... Because I feel like the mercenary groups we saw Guts in were like... Honestly, they were sending them to the slaughter. Like, front line, we're using y'all to try to ram and penetrate the gates and the fortresses. How many bodies of y'all will it take for us to break it down? If we get in, great, here, you get paid. If you don't, wasn't actually our group anyway, and we don't have to pay them because they're dead. So, you know, they were just cannon fodder. You know, if they get in, they get in. This group looks like more to do tactics like this. I don't think they're really about that, like, we're, you know, in the garrison up front type shit. From here on out, it's my job. Oh. Okay. And that's how it ends. So this is... I think what I'm looking forward to the most in the next chapter is... I think this is the first time that we've seen, I guess since Gambino, really, that Guts wants to try to live up to, you know, be successful for something other than himself. Because he's kind of like, you know, wow, the group trusts him without hesitation. I've been given this responsibility and duty. What is it going to look like if I can't keep this up? Oh, that means Griffith must be better than me. Like, I feel like it's like a jealousy. It's a pride thing. He wants to. You know, I said I'd be yours. And he says, from here on out, it's my job. I feel like he has a feeling of like he doesn't want to fail. For many reasons. I feel like between Gambino and the Griffith, he was just fighting for himself. That's all he knew. That's how he knew to make money. That's how he knew to stay alive, so he just did it. Here it's almost like he's fighting for a cause, for a group. So I'm curious how this goes, because now that he's part of the group and how, you know, everything does the group start to accept him? Do we get to a point where Griffith becomes a demon and like betrays the entire group? Does he run the entire group into the ground and they die because of Griffith? Does he betray their trust? Like, I have no idea. Pretty much we're going to be building up the relationship between Guts and Griffith, and that's going to be the driving boiling point to the part where they completely split. Literally, one's not even a human anymore. I just really want to know what it is that makes him want to do that. Like, what is that tipping point? Like, I get, like, very Orochimaru ideology and vibes of like Griffith wants to have, he needs to have, he wants to experience all, have all. I want this, it can be mine. But maybe he feels like he can't achieve everything he may want to achieve as just a human. So to do that, he's got to ascend to what it can be beyond. That's just my hunch. That's what I'm spitballing at. You know, I don't know if he's on his deathbed or he feels like, or maybe he gets injured, deathbed, he gets injured, whatever, and he feel like, you know, he's not going to reach that peak of whatever it is he wants to have. And that's why he makes that decision. That's just my hunch right now. That's the best I can come up with at this point in the story. But we'll see how it goes. We'll go ahead and leave it there. This will be up on Monday for everybody. Y'all enjoy the Labor Day. Everybody stay safe out there. Tomorrow will be One Piece. I think we've got like 2 or 3 episodes left on Patreon in the Skypiea arc. I think we're like in the climax of it on YouTube. Wednesday will be Monster. Thursday will be One Piece again. And then Friday will be Berserk. And we'll keep it there. I know they've started the new Obi-Wan series and some other things are going to be started. I think I'm just going to just watch those. Like, I watch all those series, guys. You know, I watch them all the time. And I ask sometimes, like, you know, do we want to see Mando and do we want to see Boba Fett stuff? But I'm just going to kind of watch it. Maybe if I feel like it kind of builds up to, like, a good point, maybe I'll react to the last episode or something like that. But I'm just going to kind of watch them off screen. You guys have been asking me about Stranger Things Season 4 as well. I've never seen Stranger Things at all. I think if and when I do that, it'll be something we start from Season 1, Episode 1 on the channel and get to. Yeah, we'll get there. I appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, and as always,